Second, where's yeah, this is where I've done with the data, like with the table prep. So the only thing for me to do is just load it into my table public and start working on it.
That's what I'm saying. The dashboard is what I'm asking, not on the prep. By now, I expect to be done with the data. I said we're not going back to the data again. So
okay, if I tell you
done with the data, go and find out.
I'm done with the data, yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
This is the data.
Okay,
one second. You want to see the data?
No. All I care right now is the dashboard. Have you started working on the dashboard to complete the rest of the requirement? If not, let's just move ahead.
Okay, let me stop sharing then.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is data anyway, but I will.
Okay, so let me know when you can see my screen.
Yes, see your screen.
Okay, now remember, somebody sent a message. Was okay, all right. Thanks, OJ. So remember, this is just the first part of the requirement. That's what we've been working on, trying to re-engineer the data to bring in all of the missing data that the director want to see in the data, and we transform them to make our data structure so we can quickly, visualize and solve the other challenge that we have. So far, we've only dealt with this data engineering, data structuring. And in the process, we decided to answer this question here by creating this calculation to answer this here. This number 2 here and partially this. So now let's go and view the reports. And for me, I'm just going to go to my Tableau desktop right now, and I'll connect to my data. I spit out the data. Okay, let me show you this. Remember, I spit out my data in a CSV file and also into the database. So I'm going to show you guys how to connect to the database and also using CSV file, of which we all know. So if, let's say I want to use my CSV file, for example, am I using Tableau Public? Let me close this. I'm just going to open up my Tableau. I think I should have my Tableau set up properly, right? So you can either connect to your Tableau server and pull in the data from there, or you can also connect to the Tableau CSV and use your CSV file. So I hope my Tableau is working so I can show you guys how to connect to the database, SQL Server. And don't forget to reference this in your interview in case you'll be asked, how do you connect to your data? You can connect your data in any format, either as a CSV, Excel, from the database, Okay. Now, if I want to connect to my, let's say I want to use the one that we publish in our SQL Server. Our SQL Server, remember that, right? Let me open up the SQL Server as well. Connecting to any data source is basically the same thing. Okay, it's basically the same thing, but you have to have the connecting credentials for you to be able to connect. I should have opened this the SQL Server before the class, but been a little busy day. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to copy my server name here. Just copy it in case. Next. So right now, this is, I want to go to where I save the data. This is my database, and this is the nuclear reactor database, where the one that we published on Friday, I believe. And I'm just going to come down here and click on table. And here is my table here. So I want to bring this this data into Tableau using just directly into Tableau. And all I have to do right now is to open my Tableau. Everybody watch. In the real life, this is what you do in the real life, in the real enterprise. Go to SQL Server, connect, and enter your credential here, your office credential, and you can sign in. Now, once your credential is okay and you sign in this left hand here under database, you have to tell Tableau which of the database you're going to be using. Because in the real life, you're going to have a lot of tables in your database. You're going to have, you're going to have multiple databases, and in that database, you're going to have multiple tables, because that's where companies house their data. So you have to click on here and tell Tableau which of this database that you're going to be, where you're pulling your data from. So we have the airline, nuclear reactor, and superstore, the one that I have here. So I want to pull my data from this nuclear reactor database. So I'm going to click on that. And Tableau will populate all of the tables in that database. Let's say I have like different tables in there. I'm going to see all of them in here. So, but right now we only have one, and all I have to do is drag this in here. But because it's only one table, Tableau will automatically bring it down one for you. That's what, let's say we have so many tables here, and I want to use this one here. All I have to do is just drag and drop. And I can just update to preview my data. Okay. Now, another note in the real life, let me explain this connection here. Everybody watch, you see where it says live and extract. Can we all see that? Hello,
Yes.
and yeah, live and extract. In the real life, you're going to be using
in progress.
You're going to be using these two pictures. Okay. Now, in the real life, I will not advise you use live data. Please mute your laptop. If you're using multiple laptops, mute some of them so we don't have this echo, please. Now, I will not advise you use live data. There are a few cases I will advise you use live data. Always use extract. Now, what is the difference between live connection and live and extract? Is just what it says here. That's the difference. Live connection means this Tableau is connected live to your database. So any changes in your database will automatically reflect in Tableau. Tableau is working off of your data in the database. It does not keep a copy of the data in the Tableau workbook. Now, this might be a performance issue. It can cause a whole lot of performance issue, like slow reporting when you try to pass the calculations, it's just slow. Now, if you are working with small data, you can use live data, even though I still not recommend it. You know, the only case where you have to use live data is maybe you are working with like stock exchange data where they have to view their data live. You can use it, but again, that is a real scenario. Or another case, I will advise you to use a live data. Remember yesterday when we publishing this, our result, I said you can publish this to your Tableau server as an hyper extract. Do we all remember that? Maybe let me go back in here. Let's say right now I want to publish this data here as a published data source, and I'm going to enter my server credentials. It's going to show me something like this, like a Tableau hyper extract. So I publish on the Tableau server. Now, once I publish this on this server, the file on itself is an extract. So Tableau have extracted this data from the database. So it's not connected live to the database. So if you have such data on your database, okay, I mean, when you have such Tableau hyper on your Tableau server, and you want to connect your Tableau to that data source on your server, you can connect live. You don't need to do an extract because the data source itself is already an extract. You get it? If you don't get it, don't worry. Okay, you're gonna get it. But if you are connecting the Tableau itself to your SQL server and you bring in your data, always use extracts. Now, what using extract does is it will create a copy of the data source from the server in the Tableau workbook itself. It's called repository. It will extract a copy of that data into the Tableau workbook. So your Tableau is not working off of your database. It's just working on the data copy of the data that it has extracted from the database. So it's working off of the workbook. So this improve performance. It improve how Tableau calculates. When you pass in some calculations, it just look through quickly than when it connected live. Okay, so and if you connect, if you use an extract when you publishing your data to the to the Tableau server, you can now schedule a refresh and tell Tableau to at a certain time, maybe a day, every hour, every 2 hours, or weekly or monthly, go back to the database and refresh yourself, pull in any the latest update from the server and update the reports. Tableau will do that automatically when you create a schedule. Now, I'm not able to show you guys here because I don't have Tableau server, but just have that at the back of your mind. And when you start working, it's very simple. Okay, it's a 1 to 3 step. Okay. Any question on that, or do you want me to explain that again?
So you are strongly advised that the extract is more.
Yes. Yeah, you create an extract and then you schedule a refresh when you after finishing your report and you want to publish it. Tableau will ask you, do you want to schedule a refresh? Click yes and select the time or the day or the month or the week you want Tableau to refresh yourself and publish. It's as simple as that. Okay. So the difference between live and extract is when you connect live, Tableau is working off of the database. Okay, and it's not good for performance. But when you create an extract, it extracts a copy or copies of the data in the Tableau repository or in the Tableau workbook. It's as simple as that. Okay. Are we good? Or any questions, please?
Is it necessary we use SQL Server, or we can just use?
A lot of the time, I would say 75% of the time, you're going to be pulling your data from SQL Server because every organization have data warehouse. For example, we just clean this now. We just clean this data. Companies they don't recommend you publish this data as a CSV or Excel. You're not going to be doing that most of the time. You're going to be storing this data in a data warehouse. Data warehouse is where data are kept. And a lot of the time they use Microsoft SQL Server, some use Oracle SQL Server, some use Google Cloud, some use Snowflakes. It depends on where they want to store the data. And some companies still use Excel, because their data is still very small, but that will change over time because their data is going to keep getting bigger, and Excel is not really a safe place for you to keep your data. Anybody can just download your data and run away with it. Okay, so you're going to be pulling data from a data warehousing. Okay, few cases you're going to be using Excel or CSV. And how to connect is just what we just did. Choose your data source, choose any the type of warehousing that your company is using, enter your credentials, look for the table and pull it in. It's as simple as that. Okay?
Yep.
All right. So right now I'm connecting using extract. And if I click save, Tableau is going to ask me to name this workbook. I have to name it. So by default, it will save your workbook in your Tableau repository. But for me, I always like to use where I can always locate this workbook. So I'll just call this NRC Redesign. Okay. This is the workbook that I'm working on now. I'll click save, and it's going to ask you to create an extract. If you click on create an extract, then it's going to extract that data. Now for this, it's telling you where do you want to save that extra hyper. Just click you can leave it on your default Tableau repository, or you can choose a location where you want to save it. It doesn't matter. So right now, just give it a few minutes to extract that data. And if I click, so now it has extracted that data. And if I click save, I'm okay. And you can click update to just preview your data, and we're good to go. So now this is our new data. Okay. And now I can fully say, okay, everybody work. I'm going to show you guys how I will answer the rest of the requirements. What is the first question here? Number one, we are now on dashboard redesign. So this is how I will undertake this. The director would like to see the dashboard redesign to reflect more KPIs. What is the meaning of KPIs or KPI?
Key performance indicator.
Absolutely. So a lot of times it's just going to be numbers. That's what they want to see. They want to see numbers, catchy numbers, showing regional core. Okay, all right. So I'm just going to say, okay, how can I do this? I want to bring in our new calculation core. Now, remember, because we did our core calculation here at the database, if you look at it here, it's not showing that equal sign. It doesn't. It's showing as real data from the data source. But if we have calculated this in Tableau report level, it will have that equal sign there. Okay, so also take note of that. So I'm just going to bring in my core here. I want to do this as a KPI fit width. Now I want to see. I want to display this. How many plants do we have in this core location? And we have our plant calculation here. I'm just going to put this as a test. So we have 3 plants in our core location, exception 53, 34 to be relocated, and this we have terminates, which is the 7th plant to be terminated. Okay, so I want this to be I wanted to see it, you know, at a glance. Okay, and I can also say, okay, do I want to just show the total number of plants that we have at the end here, or I want to show that separately? If I want to show the total of plants that we have in this KPI, I can go to my analysis, go to my total, and show row total to the left, you know. So I'll use row grand total. So it's showing me right here, grand total 98. Okay.
Can you do that again?
Huh?
Can you do that again?
Just go to your analysis.
Okay.
Go to total. I can show row total. If you do show grand total, it's going to compute downward. Row means across. So, all right. And I can say, okay, depending on what I want to do, this might not be the option. I might have to just show this on a separate sheet and put them together on the dashboard. But for now, I'll let it go. I can also say, okay, I want to show in these 3 core locations and so on, what is the total megawatt that they are producing? Okay, I can say, okay, where's the license megawatt, blah, blah, blah. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, I can also put this in the, let me just put this in here. No, I don't want to do that. Let me do it this way. And so right now, you can see that of the 3 core locations, they are only producing 12,400 megawatts. The exception are producing 189 megawatt all combined, and the one that are to be terminated, they all produce this. Okay, so right here I can say, okay, I want to like make this more. I want to make this as a KPI because I want this to be catchy. This will be the first thing that the users will see on the dashboard, the director, because it seems that it's more interested in these numbers. So I'm going to come to my test here and click on this test. I need to format this right here now, okay? So I'm going to put, this one right here, I'm just going to do, I want to show this. Okay, I can do it this way. I want to make like weird. Okay, I won't do it that way. I'll just leave this. I'm just going to make this. I'll put behind this. I'll just put megawatts just to show this. Okay, and I will call this. Let me put this in. Yeah, let me put this behind, and I will call this. Let's see how this will look. So the megawatt is showing all across. Okay, and then I'm not going to make this. I'll use Tableau board. I want this really big, and I can make this like 20. And I can also make this like, I'll make this also Tableau board, and I can make this like 16. Let me make this also a little bit bold, and I'll make that like 12. Let's see how that look. Good. And okay, yeah, I think I'm okay. I can do some more formatting later. And right here, I can say, okay, I don't like the way everything's looking here. Let me make this alignment center. No, that didn't work. Center, good. And then I can say, okay, let me format this. I don't like the lines. I'm not going to remove all of the lines. I think it's going to be this one right here. Good. And each of it is on its own, and we have the grand total here. Okay. And I'll just remove this I2. So you can see core exception have 3 plants, and the 3 plant produces this megawatts and so on. And I will call these my KPI. Okay, or you can call it anything.
Lucky.
Yeah.
So can we also add average of their what they produce? For example, if you look at that core, if you divide that 12,440 by 3, that's an average of 4,000 plus.
Yeah, you can. You can. Again, it depends on how you want to show it now. Okay, I'm just giving you guys a clue. Okay, remember, this is a challenge for everybody. So if you want to give more to say, okay, what is the average of all of these? You can go ahead. All right. For example, if you want to show this as an average, you have to first of all change it to average, or just write a calculation here that says average megawatt. Just put in the AVG sign here, AVG sign, and bring in this license in here in that bracket and click OK. And you can just drag that here into the test. So it's going to give you the average across.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you can also just come in here and make sure the users understand what this is. That's for, I can now put in bracket and say average, and average megawatts. Let me do this one.
MVT.
And I would like to make these, I can just make this a little bit slanty because to make it different. Let's see how that look. Or I'll just leave it. I mean, it depends on what I want to customize this. Okay, I'll just remove that bracket because to me, it's a little bit distracting. Okay, so I have my KPI.
Yeah.
For me, let me make this a little bit smaller. Okay. All right. So, and then I can say, okay, let me go. Anybody asking question? Hello, anybody asking question?
Yeah, like apart from those things, apart from the core, exception, determinate, and the relocate, what other things can we bring on board to give us more information about the KPI?
Look at your requirements. That is for you to determine what do you think the director would like to see. Because right now he says he wants to see the KPI by core, and in bracket it says core location now core. So if you want to add more, it's up to you. If it makes sense, if you appreciate it. If it doesn't make sense, you just tell you, okay, remove it. It doesn't matter, but I'll leave that to you. Okay?
Okay.
Now, so I've answered number 1, and we've already answered number 2 already in our calculation, right? Now it says the director needs your opinion on how best to present core by state and region. Core by state and region. So for me, I'd like to see what is it talking about. I'll first of all bring in my region here. I'll bring in the states. Okay, and then where is the core? I'll bring in this core here. Okay. And now, is it looking for the number of plants or megawatts? But we don't know. But for me, I'm just going to say, okay, let me bring this into view here. And it's not looking good. But right now, I have the region, state, and core, right? Let me bring in the megawatts that they produce. Let me bring this, where is it? The megawatt that they produce. Let me also put this here. Okay, so here I'm just trying to see what is going on. And so you can see that, for example, in the Midwest, we have the states, and this is how they compare. Here I have to play around because look at the requirement. It says it needs your opinion on how best to show this. Okay. And let me see if I rearrange this, if it's going to make more sense to me. So I can see that in core state, we only have 2 states in core, and this is their region. And this, let me see if I can switch this, if it's going to make sense. Okay, so we have 2 core, and they fall within this region, and this is the state. I think this makes more sense to me. And I will say, okay, let me remove this number of plants, for example. And I'm just going to bring that number of plants into my tooltip, for example. I'm bringing my megawatt also into my test. Okay, so, and I was like, okay, let me format this a little bit. Let me try and sort. Right now, it's just going to do like nested sorting. And I want to show this in a way that you can see that some disappear, some are not showing properly. I believe this is spacing issue. Let me rearrange this. I'll go to my tooltip here and I'll bring in this, I'll cut this here. I'll put my number of plant in brackets. And I'll just put my number of megawatt here. Let me center this and see how that looks. Okay, I think I break the code. That's why this is showing. I break the code. Let me reset. So I want this number of license here to be on top. Cut X. Come on, X. Paste. So I'm just going to put this. Make sure you don't break the, what's it called now? That calculation in there. Let me apply this. Okay, it's looking good the way I want it. And let me see if I can give it some space. Okay, so right now it means in this state of, in this core, we have two states in the core, and one of them is in the northeast region, one is in southwest region, and this Pennsylvania here have two plants, and the two plant produces 8,000 megawatts, and Mississippi only has one plant, and it produces 4,000 megawatts. Okay, and so on. So you can read that chart all the way like that, and so on. So I'm just going to unsure header here because it doesn't add no meaning to my analysis. I can also format this, remove my grid line, and I think I'm okay. And if you want to say, okay, you want to like add some color to differentiate by all of those in the core region, you can also go ahead and add some more things that will help the users to grab this quickly. You can say, okay, let's bring this core into color. No, that's not what I wanted. Where is it? I'll bring this core into color here. So you can see that all of the one in blue is the core and so on. Okay, so here you can also stick with the color that we used the last time. Let's double click here and assign if it's called, let's give it red, green. Exception, let's give it like, I'll give it like light green this time around. And relocate, we can give that like an orange. If it's terminate, we just make it red. So all of these make a little bit sense right now. And you can also add some formatting by giving your chart like a border to make them stand out a little bit. And okay, I'm just going to call these number 2. Here it says core. Let me just copy this. I don't have to. Again, you guys can do a lot of better job than that I'm doing right now. I'm just doing a lazy man job here. You can do far better. Oh, sorry, I didn't copy that. I'm not going to paste that here. So I've answered number 2. Okay, and for example, you can also give them a whole lot of filters. You can pass in filter to say you want to see only the core state, only the whatever. Okay, so and there are other kind of chart that you can use to show this. Okay, other kinds of chart you can choose to play with any one of any chart here. You can choose to go with these, and if it doesn't make sense to you, so as long as you can make sense of any kind of chart that you want to show, go ahead. Okay, so but for me, I just want to stay with the simple one that the users can quickly understand. And then I'm going to go to number 3. No, number 3B. number of plants by core, by state, by region. Now, based on what I did here, I answered the 2 questions in one. I've separately answered these 2 questions in one. Plus number of plants by core, by state, and by region. So if you look at my chart here, I have my core, my region, and my states, and I have the number of plants in here, and I have the number of megawatt. Now, to give the users more information here, you can come to your tooltip and rearrange your tooltip here. Okay, you can say again, get creative however you want to get creative, but make sure you don't break all of this code highlighted in gray. Okay, we can say, okay, we can say core you know, is in this, is in this region. Okay, and in these states. Okay, with in this state having, remember this one here is the number of plants, so just say having dash, we put the plant in there, having this plant, and you can also say and produces this megawatt MWT. So let's see how this will look. Okay, again, you don't have to do it this way, but I'm just showing you how you can get creative in your tooltip so the users can easily have an idea of what this number is telling. So let's look at number 1. If I hover this line, it says core is in northern region and Pennsylvania, having 2 plants and produces this. Okay, this English might not be actually right, but we can modify it. I just want to show you how you can make this a lot interactive. Okay, well, let's try to make sense of it now. Actually, let's do it this way. No, no? Let's go to my tooltip. I can say, okay, this state. Let me this state. Yeah, I'll copy this. Okay. This state, which is this state, is in the I'll copy this region again because I'm trying to make a statement. I'll call this and put this here. In this region, and it's a, so Tableau will pick whatever call 34, and it does this, having this plan. So remember, some have 1 plan, some have have like 2 plans. So I'll just put this X in parentheses. So if it's 1, the English is still right. If it's more than 1, they automatically put that plant and produces this sum of megawatt. Okay, let's see this. So Pennsylvania is in the northeast region, and it is core having 2 plants and produces 86 megawatts. This makes more sense, right?
Right.
So you can get creative however you want to give the users more options. So now when they hover over each of the bar, Mississippi is in south region, an ET core having one plant and produces this megawatts. So if you go out to the location, we automatically shows, and this is Wisconsin, is in blah, 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 this region, and it terminates forever. So get creative, all right, and show this. So for me, I've answered this number 3 with that one chart. So number 4, it says, what is the plant distribution by the number of operation years? Good question. I call this plant distribution. By year. Okay, I'm going to give you guys, let me see what I can give the, pass the, Andy, I'm going to pass my calculation to you, my mouse to you. So you guys should work together and try to solve this while I pick my son's score. I'll be back. So Andy, you guys can work together to solve that question. Remote control, give it to Andy. So you guys, Andy, you're in control now. So you guys work on that. I'll be back.
Okay.
So what's the question?
So who can help out, please?
Yeah, let's see what's the question. Can you flag the question? Pull up the question.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
What is the plant?
what is the plant distribution by the number
of operations? Yeah, so there are
operating
two things. There are two things that we look at here. We look at the plant distribution. So we use plants and the number of operating year. So let's go to the dashboard. Let's pick up the desktop, Tableau dashboard.
Tableau, I know.
Yeah.
Trying to see.
You see it under
At the bottom,
that white icon under at the bottom. The white icon in the middle. Yeah.
At the bottom. Come down a little bit. Where you see those icons.
You see those.
I'm sorry.
No problem. See, can you see where we have type here? That search button. At the bottom left. Let's start from there. Bottom left. Type here to search. Did you see that?
Oh, okay. Something was blinking it from my end. Sorry.
Okay. Type here to search. Did you see that?
Sorry, I've seen it here. So here.
Okay, good. All right.
Sorry. Something was blocking that area.
Okay, all right. So we're looking at the year of operation and the plant number. Plant distribution. So let's look at the year. There's a commercial operation.
Okay.
That's 1 year. Operating license issue. There are different types of year. If you want to know the year, you see those ones that look like calendar.
Okay. These ones.
Yeah, that's like a year. We have commercial operation, we have construction permit is issued, so we are not using that one.
Okay.
F39, we're not using that one. Operating license when it will expire. No. Operating when it is issued. So let's go down a little if you can see there's no other year.
No.
So apparently we probably have to use maybe it was issued. Operating when it was issued. Operating license issue.
Hello, Dada.
Yes, sir.
If you look at the measures down, there's no number of years, but I don't know why it is giving it as some. If you go down to the bottom, it says years of operation.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. Yeah, that's it. All right. So what we'll do is, you see that hashtag?
Yeah.
Click on that hashtag.
Okay.
Okay, so we change it to date. Change it to date. No, not date and time. Date. Okay, it's up. Don't worry, it's up. It has gone up. It
Okay.
has gone up to dimension. You see year of operation. Just change it to date. Click on that. No,
Didn't you just move it up? to
it just
match?
moved up by itself. That's
Okay,
it.
this is it here. Right?
Okay, so we have two of them. The one that I want you is the one under, that one under.
The
The
years of
second one.
operation.
That
This
one, yeah.
Yes.
So click on that one that has calendar and time.
Okay.
So choose dates, only dates.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you, Daniel. That's what we're using. Then, okay, so drag that one, drag it to row, and leave it there.
Okay.
Year of operation 1900. This one not correct. No?
Even I think it should not be in sum. It should be in dimension, like below
Right, move it up.
years. But I don't know why it's so many. Like,
Okay, so it's in dimension.
I should move it up.
It's
We take
already
it to-
there,
If we take it to
Already
column,
there.
but I don't know why it's even.
it should not be in green. It should be in blue.
It should be in blue, right?
Yeah.
No, the reason why it's in color, why is currently in green now, is because it's showing as a
measure.
continuous.
Okay, continuous. Okay, we have three
Continuous.
discrete. Okay.
But it's
Okay,
already.
so put it to row. Uh-oh,
Sorry.
it's okay.
So can we convert it to discrete?
Yeah, once it's in row, you can right click and then you'll be able to do it from there, I believe. Try that.
Yes, but even with that, what number, what it's even giving us is not,
Yeah,
it's
there are
showing 1900.
there are 3 years of operation. One is up to 2019.
Where is it?
If you check that very well.
So we can't use this one. Pull that one out. Let's.
I think there are two now. We should try the other ones.
Year of operation true.
True.
Through
Yes, of
2019, yeah, there's one. Then the other one doesn't show the detail.
It's showing the same thing.
Year of operation true.
True 12/31/2019.
Okay, all right, fine. So click on that arrow. Let's see, bring it to. But this shouldn't behave this way, sincerely. Go to district, but it doesn't. Click on that. No, Andy, hold on. Click on that arrow, then come down. You will see that drop down.
Okay.
That drop down, come down a little, almost down a little.
You say district.
District. Just keep coming down a little.
Okay, district. Yeah.
District, yeah, click district. But I don't think that is. Yeah, it's just showing us 1990. I mean 1900.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is not what we can use.
Andy.
Yes.
Yeah, if you look at the under number of plants, if you look at that years from 2003 to 2018, is there a way we can group it? I think this will be the number of years that thing has operated.
Number of what?
From 2003 to 2018.
2018. Okay.
Yeah, they're like 14 years, but is there a way we can group it and make
No,
it?
that one is a capacity factor.
Okay.
It's capacity factor. It's not about year. It's not talking about year. Years of operation. Let me see. I'm trying to look at it from my own end too.
Okay.
Year of operation. Let me see.
That you were trying to use the operating license, one of them before.
Can
Maybe
we look
could
at that
just
question
try
again?
that one.
Let's quickly look at that question again.
What is the
Yeah,
plan
what
of
is the
operation?
plan distribution by number of
operating
operating
years?
Do we need the plant distribution up there first?
Well, we can still put it. You can put both of them at the side. Okay, so bring out the
There
plan.
are 2 years there. There is one year that says years of operation through 12/31/2019. That's another one too.
Yeah. Let's try that one.
That one says years of operation through 12/31st, 2019. If you expand all those things where the capacity are, just expand it a little bit, you see that years of.
Right there
Yeah.
on top. No.
Is the
Just
year it
expand
dropped
it,
at the
yeah,
row
expand
now?
it a little
Yeah.
bit.
Go up. No. Go down to one. No,
Okay,
down.
this
Yeah,
one,
that one.
Right there.
Yeah, that one.
that's the one I have moved
That's the
up
one he
there.
dropped on rows now.
That's
No,
the
yeah.
one here.
One is beneath it, one is up.
We have
One
Yeah,
tried
we
this-
tried
we have
the other
tried
one
that
before.
too. We have tried this one
We
too.
tried
before.
both, yeah.
It is showing the same
Same
thing.
thing. Same thing.
Yeah.
So number of operation through the year is what it says, I mean,
Yeah.
through the year. So let's use commercial year.
Okay.
Commercial year. So you can remove all of those.
Commercial year or commercial operation?
Commercial operation year is all at the top.
Okay.
Scroll up.
Commercial operation year. That will give us. So the plant has been since 1969 to 2016. So the question is, what's the number of year operation year by operation? So put count of number count on
Okay.
text.
Count.
Count on number of plants.
Count of number of plants, yeah.
Number of plants is on
It's
the
on
top
top.
there.
Number of plants.
On top of the measures.
On top of measure, come down a little
That's
bit.
on the
Okay, that's
Yeah,
it.
right
That's
there, right? No.
Yeah,
Here.
Right there.
number of plants, yeah. Put it on text or put it on column. Just put it on column. Give us graph.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Change that to. Can you change that? That's where we have mark.
Change it to
Mark.
bar chart.
Change to bar chart.
Okay.
Mark. Change to bar chart. Okay, so click on text. Text on top. The T on
Okay.
top. That T on top.
This.
No, not that one. Not that
besides
one.
standard. Besides standard on top.
On
Besides
top, after window help, under it. On
Where
top.
your column is, your column,
Is
your
it
column.
okay? The column side.
Yeah, you see that
Yes.
T at the top.
on top of that, yeah.
Not that
Yeah,
one.
beside
Next
that
one.
one, yeah.
Next
You can
one,
see
yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yes, I got
that's
it.
the T. So that's the number of plants per operation. Put it, click it again. And that's it. That we answered that question.
She needs to click the
Click out.
thing
Click on
there.
that 1975 again.
Click outside.
Outside here,
Yeah.
Click that 1975.
1975.
Yeah, click it. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Click it back.
Click it
now.
again.
So everything will be like.
Oh, okay.
Right. Well, okay, let's look at that question again, guys. Do we answer this question? At least we know.
Yeah,
What
what's
is
it?
the plant
Plant
distribution?
By
By
the number of
operating years.
year.
Number of operating years.
Years.
Okay, number of operating years. Oh, okay, fine. Okay, let's go back to that. Okay, I see that. We will use that operating year instead of count of number. So remove that number of
Plants.
Number of plants.
Yeah. So put operating year. That operating year that we change to calendar. Take it back to hashtag.
Okay, this one.
Hold on. So click on that. No, hold on. Click on that calendar. That calendar. Click on that. Okay, click whole number. Whole number. Whole number. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's on. All right. So drag it down. Drag it to measure. Okay, so now pick it and let's take it to year of operation. Put it on, yeah. Okay.
And she sorted.
Hold on, guys. Number of.
It's not right.
See this question again.
Plant distribution. Do we have plan
This
this?
is plant distribution by number of operating years. Okay, we use, okay, that one is not right. That one is not right. That the first one seems
Yeah.
right.
Okay, wait. In a layman's language,
Plan distribution. So
what
it will
is
be number of
distribution
plants.
itself in this context? What is distribution in this context?
We're looking for the number of plants, the plant.
Yeah, that means this is correct. In 1969, there are 41 plants. Yeah, in 1970, 124 is increasing if you check.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Because
It's not correct. It's not correct.
No, we
It's
should
not
have the number of plants
correct.
there instead of year, commercial year and years
Right.
of operation. So number of plants should be in the column.
Remember,
other
the total number of plants is 97,
Mhm.
right? So, okay, you know what? Andy,
Yes.
do on there's a back arrow. Go back, don't do back arrow, back arrow. Yeah, go back 2 steps. Yeah, 1, 2. One more. One more, go back. Okay, cool. All right, so let us look at all the total of these values. 3 plus 1 plus 3 plus 4, that's 8. Plus, what am I doing, sir? All of us should have got this thing. Oh, and did you know what? Can you quickly pass me that?
Okay.
Pass me give me the control.
Mm.
Do I have it now?
No.
Okay, I think maybe I need to.
Can I?
You need
Where
to
do I
request.
pass it to you from? I can pass it from mine, but I don't know if I can pass it from
What you
his
can-
one.
Hold on, I will do request. I'm requesting.
Okay, request.
Okay, so you just pass it.
Have you requested?
I've requested.
Okay, I approve.
Okay.
Okay, Lucky's back.
Yeah, I approve it. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, all right. What I just wanted to quickly do is to just check this, to check if this we have about 30 whatever numbers of, just to be sure. So, and that means that is correct. Yeah, so it's correct.
Okay.
So we have 37. So it means that in 2016, it's just one that is in operation or whatever. I don't know.
No, look at if you look at the data, it says year since operation. So it means there were a new company that started operating, one company in 2016, one in 1996, and majority of the license for the operation was granted
Like in 1974.
absolutely.
Exactly. So which is,
So what,
if we
by
do
this, I will not advise you sort this. Don't sort it. Just leave it by the year, because year is continuous. So if you just sort it by the number, it's going to scatter the year.
Okay, so what are you saying I should not do?
Don't, for example, you know how we. Okay, go ahead. Turn off the total.
I want to. Okay.
You know, right now this sorting is by the year, which is by the data source default.
Right.
So if you go ahead and sort this by the from descending or ascending. So,
Okay, no, I'm not even planning to do that.
Okay, all right. So just leave this by year, so this can give the users.
Just answer that question, basically. Yeah. Okay, so you have the control back, Lucky.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Initially, Lucky, sincerely, we were trying to. What took us made us to be. I mean, took us so long was we were looking for which of the year to use until we figured out that commercial year was the appropriate one.
No, it's not commercial year. No. Okay, I didn't even see that. No.
Okay, so which one should we have used?
Okay, again, let's look here. I would like to remember we brought in this file here that says, okay, if you come back here, year since operation, year since operation. So that is what.
WOF again is 1 unit.
So this is what the director is looking for, a year of operation. So which means how long have they been in operation? Okay, so I didn't even see that.
Oh, okay, years of operation.
So
okay,
and
okay.
here we brought in that field here that says year of operation. I don't know why this is coming out as a date. No, let me do this. Let me remove this year of operation. So you can see right now, because it's taking this, because we say year, it's taking this to be a year. So I will just fix this. This one is not actually year. Remember, it's just showing the number of years that it's been in operation.
They are just like a number.
Yeah, so I'll just change this here to like, no, I'll come here and just change it to like string, for example. That will give me what I'm looking for. So this is what I'm looking, what the director is looking for. So it means that one plant has been in operation for the past 4 years. One has been in operation for the past 23 years, and these 15 companies have been in operation for the past 15 years. Now, what you did will also be relevant to the analysis. Okay, if I were you, I can just say, see, I'm even glad you brought that up. I'll just duplicate this one. I'll call this commercial year. Okay, so that might be the year that they, plant.
So apparently we can use both of them to answer the question.
Yes,
both
and
of
again,
them will be on our visual.
On the visual. So if you, for example, when you click on one plant, it will tell you how long they've been in operation, when they commence. So with that, you can validate.
Okay.
You can validate. So I'm just going to like remove this and bring in that command. Where's the commercial here?
Oh.
Okay. Okay. So this person, So yeah, I can quickly do like a testing on my dashboard. Bring in plant operation. I'll bring this here just to test, and I can quickly use this to do like a filter right here, and I say, okay, this one that has been in operation for the past 4 years, when we are the commercial, I click on this 1974.
1974, yeah.
So they've been in operation for 4 years. Well, here 1980 for 23 years. Or this might be that this plant only lasted for 4 years and they went off. We don't know. But again, this would be the duty of the QA person to QA this data with the portfolio manager. Okay, and they might come back to say this calculation is not pulling in the right date or this date. Can you tweak it? And then you start tweaking. That is the purpose of feedback, and then you keep on optimizing your dashboard. Okay, I want to see those that are being this 2016. Let me use it as a filter as well. So 2016. No, this seems not to be right. Okay, this seems not to be right. How can you be commercial to operate in 2016 and you've been operating
and
for
50
years? So now, where do you think the error is coming from now?
I think it's from the data, basically.
Which data?
All the question is
no. Which data? You get it. The error is coming from the data, but which of the data?
The A column.
The year of the operation.
Yeah.
Remember here, there was nothing in here, so this data was put in wrongly. So we have to manually map it. So probably our mapping is not fully in the right year. But at this point, this is not our duty because we did our best. We don't have anything to relate with this year of operation. So the data developer or SQL developer will have to provide us a file that contains this year and at least one relationship in this whole table.
That we can pull back. Okay.
Exactly, so that you can pull back and into your data flow here, and that will fix itself. So, but for now, just move ahead. Whenever you fix that data source or whenever they provide you with the right source, this view here will automatically correct itself. Okay, so right now, just use it as a placeholder. You get it?
Yeah,
sorry,
but
Prof. Sorry, Prof. So if it happens in the real life and then they provided the corrected data, how do we now go back? Do we go back to the clean data again and then impute it? Or
Yeah, of course. Just go back in here. Just go back in here. This is the file that provided the
year of operation. That's
the year
that orange one.
of operation. No, this is the read data, and then we brought in the year. This one right here. Okay, so what you have to do is to the easiest way is to update this file, okay? Or the database that provided this file, update that database. You can come here and just refresh, and it will. Okay, for example, let's try something out. That's a good question. Let's say now we are giving another file, and let me just copy something here, and that file include this region here. Okay. Let me just copy anyone here. So I'm just going to select this. Let me just copy this from here. Okay, special. So let me make sure we have, okay, so now this is right now. So let's say the data guy provided us with this file. Also, okay, this is the correct file. And this file here.
Prof,
hello?
Please, can I make what do you call it now? A suggestion?
What?
You know, if you really look at the question well, so I think the number of distribution they are looking at, okay, like if a plant, how many communities or states were they able to, you know, provide power, capacity to each year? That's what the question is asking. You know, it's like distribution, okay? In a year, one distribution, how many communities or cities?
Hey, pipe down. Look at the question. What is the number of distribution by the number of operating year? Where did you get that operating data here? We got it from this field here.
Yeah, but they didn't put the year correctly. That's where we're having the issue. Okay, Daniel.
Listen. This operating year here is showing how long this plant has been in existence. Operating year, not the number. Not
4 years, 23 years, 26 years.
Yes, so operating year. That's why we say years of operation. So we are not looking at the year. We are just looking at, for example, what's your age? 30 years. So we are not looking at whether you are born in 1970 or 18 or whatever. We are just looking at your age.
So pretty much you can change it to number of years of operation.
Yeah, you can change it. For example, data are not going to be labeled in the way that you feel it should be labeled in. Okay. Remember, people have their own different way of. So, but you have to understand what that data is, or ask questions to clarify. That is the purpose of requirement clarification. I said that if you don't understand it, ask questions. In the development, you cannot over ask question. Ask question until you understand what that is. Here, and we call it years of operation. Okay. Taba said this can be also called what?
Number of years of operation.
You can call it that, but there is no law that says it has to be called that. This is what the company.
No, I was just suggesting that to Dana, so it won't.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that I agree with you, but again, you have to understand what the requirement is looking for. All right. So again, Dana, before you cut us short, we were just trying to answer Topper's question. So, okay, what if they provided us with the right data? How do we fix it? And I said, let's assume that the data developer or the SQL developer provided us with this updated file, and it now contains this. Let's save this. And now if you go back to our tablet prep, we don't have this. If you go back to our data here, we still have only these two here. Okay, but let's see if we can just refresh the data here. If you pull in that new column, boom,
That's it.
it comes in right away. And what you can now do tonight, you come back to your operation here and say, okay, let's just assume that the data guy have fixed this. Fixed, this year right here. I've fixed this here, and everything is now right here. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is just come here and refresh. It automatically flows in again. Since you're joined, there's no change in this field that you used to join. Yeah, it still goes. But let's assume that the data guy removed this field and it only gave you this field and this field. Let's go back in and just make some tweaking here. Let's say the data guy removed this column that we used to join. Okay, let me delete this, for example, and save. So this was the new field that they gave to you to join. And this data here is correct. So if you go back to our tablet prep and refresh, you're gonna see it's gonna break everything. Boom. You see, it break this, and it break this. Why? If you come back in here right now, that field is gone, and because your join is not finding this join field. So how can you fix this here?
Look for the relationship.
Exactly. You know, so since we have license here and we have license in that field, all you have to do is just come in here, click here, and look for the
license.
Now we look for it. Excuse me. No, right here, this join. Look for the license here. What was that field again? The license C.
License C.
The license C. And you come here and you look for license C. And automatically that fixes itself. And you can just now run the flow. Now you can see that there's still an error here. Probably there was a calculation you did based on that plant. So all you have to do is make sure that that update flows across all of your flow just by clicking in here. Okay. If you click here right now, you're going to start looking. Okay, now it's looking for this number of plants.
Number of plants that was there before.
Yeah. So probably you use that number of plants to count this your calculation. So let's see if we have another number of plants here. So you don't have it here. Probably you removed that number of one number of plants somewhere here. Remember, I said if you have duplicate, just remove one and leave one. So maybe the one that you remove is not flowing here, and the one that you kept is what is no longer available. So what you have to do, you come back a step behind and say, okay, I removed this number of plants from here. That's why this calculation here is broken. Just come here and cancel this remove field and let that flow here. Come back in here and you see that Tableau automatically, it should automatically pick up this plant. But if it doesn't, no stress. Go back and edit your calculation by clicking in here. And okay.
Yeah, because it's what we use to
do number of plant one. So just bring in the new one, number of plants, number of plants. That fix that, apply,
save.
And save. So your data is ready now, and you can now spit out your data. And since your Tableau is not connected to that data source, for example, you do an extract or you are connected to the database, just run that data, this flow again into your database, and just come to Tableau here, go to data, this data field, and refresh all extracts. and just refresh. Whatever changes you make, we just automatically pull in inside here and boom, it's saved.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Ross. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, but what you did now has affected all our initial.
No, I didn't run it. I didn't run it. I know why this is just showing 0001. It shouldn't affect number of years in operation. That's the, Why is it taking this as years? Let me go back in here and it's not going to affect this because I didn't run the flow. Okay, so that's not it's because I refreshed.
Okay.
Yeah, I refreshed. Okay, let me come in here. This should be. Why is this behaving this way? One, two, three. This is weird.
Maybe we can go back several times back. So maybe
Years of operation through. Where is this coming from?
it was a it has hashtag initially. We change it to date field.
You know what? This one here. How did this get in here? I didn't have anything like this on my data. I didn't have anything like that on my data.
Yeah, I think it was when ND was trying to move it around or something. So I guess we can delete it. So we can use
but this one is still misbehaving. But I will check that most of our time. But
I have that in my data. Let everybody check. I have that in too.
This one here.
Yeah. Let everybody check. I have it.
Yeah, operation.
We don't have the year of operation through 2019.
Okay, I have it also.
Yeah.
Now, do we have that in our data? Let's check our data here. Let's check here.
Sure.
Year of. We don't have that here. Okay, wait. Is there?
It's in my own data.
Okay, it's right here. Okay. All right. Through May 2019. Okay, all right. I don't know what that is. I was wondering how that got in there. So, but this year of operation is supposed to be numbers, just number. Okay, hold on. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, operation, just make this number. Well, this was right before. So what happened? Once I click on something that.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Don't be offended. If you look at that question, it says, what is the plant distribution by number of operating years? Actually, what we're even looking for is the plant distribution, not even the number of years. That's what we are looking for. What is the plant distribution? This is what I was trying to say. He said, what is the plant distribution? That is the question. Then by the number of operating years.
Okay, now, Daniel, for the plant that have been in existence for 34 years, how many plants do you have there?
That's 9.
This 9.
Okay, for the plant that have been in existence for 46 years, how many plants do you have there?
8.
15.
15. So
you need both.
Hold on. Remember, look at the data here.
Yeah.
Years of operation, which is like Taba said, this should be years in operation, or how long this plant has been in operation. And the manager is asking, based on this number of years in operation or of operation, however you want to interpret this, what are the distribution of plants, which means how many plants do we have based on these years of operation? That's the question.
They just want to know how many years the plant has been in operation, Daniel.
I think,
for example, we have 2 plants that have been in existence for 50 years. That is it. So what's the big deal, Daniel? What are they confused about? We have 3 plants that have been in existence for 49 years. The same way we have 1 plant that have been in existence for 4 years. Listen.
Wait.
Hold on. Daniel, please. Daniel, listen, Daniel.
Wait, let me say something. If
Daniel, listen, you are getting it wrong. Just hold on. Listen. If the idea of the director is, for example, if I bring this KPI here right now, and I bring in this region, this is my final dashboard anyway. Okay, for example, let me use this as a filter. Okay, let me just leave this way, even though this is not the best way to present this. For example, the director is interested in these 2 plants here in New York, which they want to terminate. And you want to know how long has this plant been in existence that they are trying to terminate. He can just click in here right now, and he will find out that these 2 plants, one has been in operation for 41 years, one has been in operation for 45 years, and the 2 plants combined produces 3,600 megawatts. And this was the year that they were commissioned into existence. That's what, remember, you are not looking at the dashboard, look at everything.
Yeah, if you look at 1969 to 2016, that's about 41 years.
Okay, so this seems to be right?
Absolutely.
So
it's right.
So look at everything at the dashboard, how they will all interact together and make decisions. Don't get stuck on the worksheets. Remember, I told you, your worksheet is like you design your worksheet piece by piece, and they all interact at the dashboard level. That's what the director is looking for. They want to be able to like make decisions based on the core logic. So say, okay, if this plant has been in existence for 45 years and they're producing 3,600 megawatts, should we just terminate them or get rid of them? Or should we do further analysis on this plant? I say, okay, what is the revenue? Are we making loss, or are we making profit? Or what is our optimal solution to this plant that we're trying to get rid of? That's what the director is looking for. So put your mind on the dashboard, not on the worksheets. Your worksheet is, at a worksheet level, you might not make sense of the report. You get it, Daniel?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so again, put your mind on the dashboard, even though sometimes your worksheet might make sense to you, it might not really make sense, but everything interplay on the dashboard level. So what you are saying here is right here in the commercial year. It's right here. I don't know what the big deal is. Any question? Any question? Do we understand it? At least give you a sense of what the director is looking for in the report. Now, your worksheet is not your report. This dashboard is your report. So this is where you put everything together passing the filter. For example, if you add your filters in here, by the time the users start passing in filters, say the state, the manager, what is this, what is that, it start making sense to them.
Right.
Okay. Are we clear on this? Any question? Please ask questions so we can remember. You have to produce your own dashboard, however you want it. So Daniel, whatever idea that you are trying to get across, put that in your dashboard. I'm just showing you guys how I will approach this differently. OJ, any question?
Not for now.
Okay, but are you getting the concept? At least, is it making sense so far?
Yes.
Andy, any question?
No.
Okay, okay, all right. So this is what question did we try to answer? Number 4. Okay. Now, which states are most suitable in terms of megawatt generation and years of operation? Another question. Now, you can take different approach here to answer the question. You can answer them piece by piece and put them together in the dashboard. And again, you don't have to put everything in one dashboard. You don't have to. You can decide to just do your KPI in one dashboard, do all that in one dashboard, and the user can just read across. It's up to you. Okay, or how the users want it. If they want you to just create one dashboard so that they can read everything all together, go ahead. Okay, but get creative. That's just the point of this assignment, to get creative. So which state is more suitable in terms of megawatt generation and number of years in operation? So I wonder this number of operation is misbehaving. Okay, now it's correct now. So why was it giving me that stuff before? Okay, so this is the number of years and where is my state. I'm just going to play with this to say, okay, okay, so one state fall within this, 2 states, 2 plants in 2 states have been there for 29 years and so on. Or I can move this around. Let me group by states. You can say, okay, in Alabama, we have this and so on. Okay. And so what is the megawatt that this state are producing? I'm just going to bring in this megawatt here. Megawatt, I can put this in the test. Okay. And here I can, since the director is looking for like, say which state is more suitable in terms of megawatts generation and years. So I'm not going to say, okay, I'm going to give a total of each megawatt production for each state, like a subtotal. So I'm not going to go to my analysis here and click in add or subtotal. So you can see that in Alabama, there are this plant here producing 17,000 megawatt and so on. This might not be the best view so far, but again, just giving you an idea.
Can you use look? Can you
Yeah.
that show me that green one at the extreme?
Yeah, you can.
Maybe
you
if
can. Sure, you can. But here you have to like rearrange your stuff, and
okay.
Yeah. And here you can decide to say, okay, I want to sort this from ascending to descending. Okay, but this is just going to be like a nested stuff. But you have to like play around to say, okay, how best can you show this here? Because remember, he's looking for the best states. Okay, so this might be hard for him to read. Okay, you can say, yeah, it might be hard for him to, because I mean, this number, you can say, okay, let's try a bar chart, because we want something that he can quickly read, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we want something that the user can quickly read and get understanding of. Okay, don't like this. Let's do sorting. Now, if you try to sort this way here, you can see that it's not sorting descending, it's doing this sorting in between the
Alphabetically.
no, yeah, it's
Yeah,
doing
in
this
between
in
each
between these two.
each
Let's
state.
say in state, it start from ascend to below, and it resets itself on Arizona. So what the user must say, they just want to see this state, just like you know, all standing, and you know, again, this doesn't come up often. I found out a way to sort my data in a way that it bypasses this nested sorting. So you can say that you cannot sort ascendingly, it's always sorting in between these two, this grouping for the state and the year. So it's not sorting descending like when we have it this way. Let's say if we only have one dimension now, if I click this, it's going to sort neatly. So you can easily see this data. But once you use like 2 dimension, like we have here, and we bring in the year of operation right here, you see that it breaks that sorting. You break it, and you're going to start sorting in between the field. Okay, so if this is what you want to use, but again, let's say they want to just sort everything ascending to bypass this what's it called, this nested sorting. There's a trick I came up with that I use in one of my real life requirements. What I did was to drag this number of license in here. So you see, it's going to break right now, and I'll just change this to like discrete. Okay, and I'll move this to the front here. So here, I'll not just go and do this way and do this way. No, actually, I think it's going to be here. Good. So now you can see that I can just hide this header. So it's there, but you would think it's not there. So you can see that New York
seems to be the highest.
But you see that Elenius have like 2 states. Okay, so here, let's say if we can sort by this. No, because we are sorting by that. But this is very complicated. Don't do this if you don't understand the trick. I always use this just to get the users off my neck. I'll just give them this. Okay. You know, but don't do this if you don't understand. Okay. What like when you have.
Okay. All right. Lucky.
Yeah.
The question is, which state has the what?
Which states are more sustainable in terms of megawatt generation and years of operation?
Okay, so, can we use the map?
Okay, good.
Yeah, can I share my screen?
Yeah, okay. Let me clear this and share your screen.
Okay.
Explore your option here. Explore so that let's see what Dada is doing. Excellent. Okay.
Yeah, so it shows that New York has highest number of megawatts. You know.
So you are color coding by megawatt generation.
Right.
And then
but I can do other things either.
Yeah. And then you have the years in operation. So if I were you, I would drag the year of operation also into the test. I mean, the license megawatt into the test.
Okay, so that I can have
the 2.
Okay. All right.
Good.
So I can format.
You can format this. A very simple option. You know, explore how you showcase this. Okay.
No. Okay.
No, you can explore this, reduce the font size to make everything. You know.
I'll do that later. So let me just stop.
So everybody, do you have a question for Dada? If this is how you want to answer that question for, he has given you clue. Hello, ask question now because we're only going to review this on Friday. We're going to review it in 30 minutes and we are done. Whoever does not do this is over with. We have something else that we're going to do. So ask your question now. Okay, no question. I assume that we are all ready. Good. Dada, thanks for this idea.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so Dada has given us the idea on how to answer, how he can answer that question 5. So number 6, what is the average plant termination across the location? Across all
locations.
So what is the user looking for?
Is on that KPI. I think the answer is on our KPI. What is the
across all of, yeah, we have the average here, but we don't have it by location.
Okay.
So it's asking that they want to see, for example, in this location, we have the termination here in this 1, 2, 3, 4 location. So what is the average? What is the average termination across this state? We can give it a shot. Saba, can you help us out? How will you answer that question? Or how will you visualize the solution to that question? You and Daniel, 5 minutes, help us out. I'm going to pass my, Daniel, can you take the key, the control?
Go back to the worksheet and you find the average of.
Yeah, Daniel, can you? No, Daniel, can you take control? I need to give you my control. Or you want to share your screen and answer that question?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, Daniel. There's only one Daniel in the class.
Okay.
Do you want me to give
what
you my
is the
control?
average of?
Oh, hold on a second. Let me look at the question again.
No worry, we will help you out here. Let me give you my control.
Hold on 1 second.
You have my control, so you and Taba can work as a team. 5 minutes, we are out of time.
Oh my God. The laptop I'm using is the one I'm projecting from. So I need to quickly log into this laptop.
You are always not ready for us. So Taba,
no, hold on 1 second. Let me just.
You want to take the control, Taba?
1 second, I'll log in now to the other laptop.
Hello, Taba, do you want to take the control?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, all right. So how will you solve this question?
4, 5.
The average number of plants terminate across all of the locations.
Progress.
Yeah, I can switch now.
Are we going to use the average
So we're gonna look
megawatts that is generated?
It's very easy. It's just logic. For example, Dada has given us a clue already. Remember here, we have the average calculation here already. So, but now the manager or the director wants to see this average only by the states that are included in the terminated calculation. So you want to see the average across those states. So how will you solve it?
To look at,
yeah, in that case, we drag the core into canvas.
No, hold on. Okay, Direct Taba, the two of you have the control. We are listening.
Okay, you want to see the average by state. So we drag the core into the canvas, either column or row. Taba, can you do that?
yeah.
The core. So actually what we need is the terminate.
Why is it not working?
Take it again. No, we are putting it on the line. It should be
Yeah, I'm putting that in wrong.
Okay, can you drop it on the canvas instead of,
There you
okay?
go.
Yeah, now the state. Drag the state to the state.
Okay.
It is under.
Put the state on. Okay, now we can see on terminate, Where's the terminate down? Can we go down?
Yeah,
We
but
have four
we need
states.
the average though.
Yeah, we need average, right? So I think
Average of
if,
these.
if we do,
So do we
what do you
change
call it?
this to?
No, we can't do it there. That is the state. What is the question again? We can only do the average on measures, not on dimension.
It said, what is the average plant terminate?
Plants, okay,
across
drag number
all
of plants.
locations?
Drag number of plants into column. Number of plants
Okay.
into column, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, then from there, right click, do the average from the drop down. Yeah, average, yeah, from drop down. Oh my God. Okay, another thing we can also do is if we can pass in a filter whereby we can exclude the exception, relocate, and we leave only the determinate. Instead of we pass in a filter or we write a calculation to do that.
Did you check if you go to the state under measure?
Daniel,
we
instead of you just saying, just
map.
do it, okay? Once you do it, you can see the result and then you can say, okay, let me change it. Okay, you just said something now. You are in the right direction. If you don't want to
Yeah, she has the control, right?
No. Okay, Taba, let me give Daniel the control.
Let's just right click, then let's write the calculation.
No, you have the control now. If you can't see the control, then okay, you have the control, Daniel. Go ahead. Explain to us as you're doing it.
Okay, what we need to do now that since is giving us like this. 1 second, let me come here. We look at the
measured and click average.
1 second.
Think. Then Dada has given you guys a very good clue. You don't have to. Again, there are a lot of ways to do this. Instead that you write a calculation for it. No, let's not waste time. We already have
have the solution already.
Yeah, the solution is already there. It's already there. Okay, let me start remote control. There are a lot of ways to do this. Okay, what are we looking for? For those that are in terminate, I can just drag this right here and select terminate. Okay, and these are the states. Yeah. So I want the average, which you have already calculated here. So I'll just remove the states. Yeah, I don't need. I'll just put it in label.
No, that you need to correct that. That is the median. You need to put it back on average.
Yeah. Yes.
Average. Okay, this might not be coming out right. We all look. Yeah, it could be just an average because yes, it's right. But again, I'm going to show this to you on the dashboard. Remember, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 states. So, and how many plants do we have in those 4 states? 1, 2, 3, which is 6, 7. Okay, so 7 divided by 4. You give us 0 point something. Let's go back in here. Let's format this and let's just make it like decimal places. Number, custom number. So it's giving us 1. So now, how can we validate this using this calculation that we have here? Let's show our core filter, for example. Show filter here, and let's just select only our terminate. So for all of the we have 7. So 7 divided by 1 is what?
By 12.
7
divided by 12,400.
No, remember the average of, look at the question, the average of plant terminates across the location. So in this 4 locations, how many, if they get rid of it, what is the average of the number of plants that they are getting rid of? So that calculation is right. 7 divided by 4 is like 0 point something. Let's calculate that. You know how average work, right? You add up
1.75.
1.75. 7 divided by 4. So it should be 2. So why is this one giving us?
Are you using a discrete
Work it.
number or a whole number?
Doesn't matter what you're using. This average here, we are summing based on average. So this should give us like 1 point something. So on the average, we have 2 plants in the terminate state. So this average here is calculating the average of the megawatts. So let also do the average of the number of plants, for example. So let me do this. AVG number of plants. Let me put this in the test. So it's showing 1, the average of 1. So yeah,
It's correct.
So it's correct.
Yeah.
You know, so that just so on the average in all of the state that
location.
yes, an average of 1. Okay. So
it's giving 1, 1, 2.
It's showing 1 an average. Okay, let me see this calculation a bit. Should we do the window average? Wait a minute. Okay, so now let's do only this. No, this is wrong.
I think it's calculating the average on the megawatt.
Yeah, this is wrong. But again, when I'm doing this mine, I will figure it out. So, but we should be able to just take the average of all of the calculation, and it's going to give us the average. You cannot. Let me put this. That calculation is wrong. If window average. So you cannot pass. Okay. So let's see. You cannot pass aggregation into an aggregation here. So I don't think this calculation is right. But again, if the average, I also don't know how this average is computing. Let's see if I can change. This one should be right because we are counting based on the average. So it's going to count everything, and oh, okay, I know why it's doing that. I know why. So we might have to do an LOD. So okay, fixed state, give me the average. So let's quickly do that. I know why. Remember, we have 97 plant location, and it is divided by 97. That's why it's giving us 1. Okay, and let me try this LOD quickly, and then I can explain. If it works, fine. But if it doesn't work, fixed states. I want to say fixed states. Okay. Give me AVG. Give me the average of plants, number of plants. Let me fix this. Okay, 4 fixed states. This one is
You still 1,000.
huh? Let me bring this here.
No, it's different.
Yeah, I think, but we are getting there. Level of details means look at the states and just compute that average based on each state. So let me remove this. It's giving us an average of 4 for all of the 4 locations. So if how many we have 1, 2 for this 4, 5, that's 7. 7 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it should be 1 point something. So, okay. But I know I'm getting there. Let me change my calculation again. So say, okay, edit. Let me use include. I'm going to take time to explain this LOD to everyone. It's still the same thing, so it's not changing. Anyway, the average might be a bit of challenge. We will solve that together. Okay. All right, but try and give it your best shot. Again,
so
hold on.
Sorry,
all
the
of
question.
This,
okay.
Yeah, all of this is what we did in the first requirement. So the director wants us to bring in those charts. Okay, but now in the new table, in the detail table, you want us to include some stuff that we are not there before. Okay. For example, it said include the following from the previous requirement. Rework the chart, include the age, state, region, and division in table 6, which is that table. So you can just copy that and include this new field and what is the number of plants by this location and by this, so you can just bring in those what we did in the first requirement into the new one. Okay. So, but give it your best shot. Give it your best shot, and you can reference this in your interview what you did. That's what I'm saying. Give it your best shot. And all I want to see is your dashboard in your Tableau server. We're not going to be. Don't show me anything on your Tableau public work desktop or Tableau prep. Everything we're going to review is in your Tableau public server. Okay. If you don't have it in your Tableau public server, don't even bother showing it to us. Those that have theirs ready and published, that's the one that we're going to review. Okay. So that I go ahead with your question.
Yeah, the question I wanted to ask is that the average that they're asking for, is it across all the terminates? I mean, those terminates are Iowa, Minnesota, New York, and Wisconsin. There are 4 of them.
Yes. So what is the average?
Each of them has a different average.
No. So see, average of 1 is 1. So if you if you're looking at the average of, let's say for Wisconsin 2 now, it's just going to give you, you cannot average 1 out. So since there's 2 plants in that Iowa, the average in that state is just going to give you 2. But now what they're asking you is the average across all of the, let's say this terminates and all of this, what is the average of all of this together? I think there's another way to answer that. Let me bring in analysis and bring in average line. Let me bring average line. And I want to do this by pane. Okay.
Right.
And let me edit. Let me edit this right now. Let me right click in here. It's not showing. Oh, I think I know where we're getting. Let me edit this. I want this to be average.
Did you do anything on average of years of operation?
Hold on. I'll show you guys what I'm doing here. I want to show the value. Good. Okay, I'm sure. Sorry, I'm in the wrong place. Okay. We want to, okay. Yes, right? We want to show the average here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, guys. So let me bring in the average line per pane here. Per pane, and I want this to be by the number of plants. Let me go edit. Let me go edit that line. This is very sensitive.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you click on that line, what is it showing? The line on terminate is showing some figures. Can you click again?
It's showing average, but we want to I want this computation to be from number of plants. Okay, and let's show.
I think it shows some figures. If you click on the line.
Hold on, Daniel, hold on. Please hold on, okay? I will show. Now, on the average here, you can see that now this one is computing well. Remember, if we add this 1, 2, and 5 here, 5 divided by 1 to 3 is going to give us like no, it's not working. It's not working well.
Lucky.
It's not working well. Yeah.
Do you mind if I share my?
It's working well now. It's working well. You know, it's 7 by 3. I mean 7 by 4. It will go 1.66. This is correct now. Yeah.
Okay, but again, it's still remember here. There's a demarcation here, because New York fell into Northwest, so it is excluding this Northwest from this pane. Okay, I can hold on. Let me check something. Edit, and let me do an entire table, and I want this to show the value. Okay, now let me do something here. Show filter right here. And let me exclude all of this. And
right.
it's showing me this is supposed to be by number of. Okay, by plants. I want this to be by plants. Okay. Good. So now this is correct now. 1.7. This is what I'm looking for.
Yeah,
so
1.75.
Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. So for me, if I'll just give the users. Where's the average again? Don't disappear again. Which kind of thing? Where's the average? I know what's going on. Yeah, don't worry. I know what's going on. So let me edit this before I pass in my filter. Okay, so the average is showing somewhere here, but if I pass my filter right now is correct. So I might have to find out a way to bring this average out to make it on its own. Okay, but this is what I'm looking for, 1.75.
That's for New York alone, or for all of them?
For listen, I'm selecting terminates here. So it's showing me the average. It's supposed to be somewhere here, but because of this number, so it's making this a little bit smaller. Okay. So
yeah, my question is this average, is it for only New York, 1.75 for only New York, or for the
all of them? All of them. But because remember the scale here is 3,000 plus compared to 1.7, that's why it's putting it this way.
Over
but
there, okay.
Yeah, but I will have to find a way to make this on its own. But this is what I'm looking for. So I have to find out a calculation to get to this. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. And I can quickly do something here, remove all of this and bring in my, where is that calculation that we did? No, I can just bring in number of plants here and do this average, determine one, and bring in my core. Let me do this. If it doesn't work, don't worry. I will look for my solution and tell you guys. No, it's not working here. So, but I will have to do a level of data calculation over the week, and I'll share with you guys. Okay, but work. Yeah.
Yeah, I said okay.
Yeah, okay. So sometimes we have little challenges like this problem that you have to figure out how to solve it. Welcome to the world. It's okay. But in the nutshell, work on your dashboard, and you can, for now, don't bother about this average until I give you the solution. I know this might be a little bit challenging, but we are looking for all of the state is 1.75. That's what we're looking for. But you have to look for the calculation to get to this, and I'll pass that in the group. But in the meantime, work on everything else and publish your dashboards. Okay. And next week we have another challenge, okay, which I feel is going to be a lot interesting and get you guys thinking. Don't get discouraged, don't get frightened. Learn it. It's part of the learning. Okay. It's part of the learning. It just to get you thinking on how to solve it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to see this before you go. Let me use.
Chidi, are you okay?
Yes, boss.
Okay. I hope you're not so scared again.
Oh, no.
Okay.
We're getting.
Mr. Lucky, I wanted to see this before you go. Let me just.
Okay. 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
1 second here. This is, can you see it?
What is that? The average?
Years
You are doing the average of years.
Yeah. That's what I'm asking, that in case we can do something like this too.
Okay, but just follow the requirements.
Yeah.
Follow the requirements. It's what the requirement wants you to do that you do, not what you feel you want to do.
No, I'm saying, well, the other time when we were looking for that average of when you're trying to get the average, I did this one.
No, this one is not, it's not in line with what the director is looking for.
Yeah, I understand. I know,
yeah.
But I was just
okay.
working on this one. That
okay.
Peradventure, I have to find this. That's why I did this one.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Any question before we are not we are sleeping for tomorrow for this coming week? Any question? No. So Dada, thank you for your help. You've been, you've been you and Ejiro, you've been I'm proud of the two of you, and I'm looking forward to being proud of everybody here, because you just put in your effort, know the little that you can know, and then you can fly with it. Your little is enough to take you flying. Okay, just the little, but put in your efforts. Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thanks, everyone. Have a lovely week ahead.
Yeah, good night,
Thank
everyone.
you.
So Lucky, what time can I call you tomorrow?
Monday, I don't know, but let's chat in the morning.
Okay, all right, no problem. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.